Hey guys, I'm super excited about the all-new AMMO Spit Emergency Shine. The cool thing is I actually went back to the old name, meaning this was the first name I ever came up with, the first product I ever used, so it means a lot to me. But what we did, as you know, every year or so, I sort of reevaluate the product and say, how can we make it better? How can we make it this or that? So we did three things specifically with this one. The first one is usability, how easy it is to spray out of the trigger and onto the car, meaning is it very viscous or thin? So we really kind of tightened that down. Number two is the amount of streaks. We wanted to minimize that as much as possible, and I think we did that. You spray it on, you wipe it, flip the towel, and you wipe it again. We'll go over that in a little bit. And the third one, of course, is adding layers of lubrication. That's my big word, as well as protection. We wanted to up the lubrication without having lots of streaks. So those are the three things that we focused on improving in Spit. Now, the big question that I get is, what's the difference between top coat and Spit? They're very different products. The first thing right off the bat is Spit is designed as a lubricant. As you can see my Taycan back there, when we were filming, of course, a bird pooed on the hood. We sprayed it on there. We gently wiped it up. Why? Because we had it in the trunk. It's an emergency shine. You're out at a show. You're somewhere where you don't have a lubricant, meaning water, or to wash your car properly. This is where this one comes in. On the flip side, when you're talking about Pro, that's focused on protection, meaning if you're washing your car here, you can spray it when it's wet, or you can spray it when it's dry. But basically, you're maintaining reflex that's on there, or you're adding more protection to something that doesn't have any coatings or sealants and that sort of aspect. So this one's more geared towards protection. This one's focused on lubrication with small amount of protection. So that's kind of the big difference between the two of them. Let me show you how to use it. Okay, application is pretty simple. It's a spray wax. You put it on. See right there. Now this has a clear bra on it, clean towel. You're gonna wipe back and forth, and you'll see how quickly that evaporates. You can flip it over. By the time you go to flip it over, it's already evaporated, but one last buff and you're good to go. A great example of sort of testing out a product is to use it on glass, because obviously you can see through it. You can see anything immediately. So here's one, spray it on the glass. If you want to use it here, again, use glass cleaner when you need to, but if you have Spit and you're in an emergency, this is the ultimate product for pretty much everything on the outside of the car. Watch, wipe it. Look how quick that evaporates. You can flip it over again, do a final little buff off, and you're good to go. Now this is clear broad. Now come over here. The Lamborghini obviously isn't clear broad. You can see right here, big spray, and you wanna kind of have a fan. A lot of times people just spray like a big blob. If you have bird poo there, fine, that makes sense. But if you're actually trying to take fingerprints off, you wanna kind of spritz it a little bit more. So keep that in mind. So you come in, one quick wipe like that. You can see it's starting to evaporate already. You come in, the final wipe, and you're good to go. Same thing here. There's actually fingerprints here from somebody that came in to move the car. I'm wiping them off perfectly. Like, there you go. Flip it over. Look, it's already evaporating. You're good to go. So that's the aspect that I'm talking about when we were working on the sort of streaking or minimizing the streaking, and we added a little bit more lubrication as well. Now, come back over here. If you're on an area that, let's say, has a little bit of dirt, this is marginally clean, but back here, there is some dirt, as you can see on my finger. That's where it starts to get a little bit trickier. You want to lay down about that much. And if you have one towel, great. If you have two, that's even better. Flip it over like this. You're going to take one swipe, and that one swipe, see, picked up a little bit of dirt there. That one swipe is going to get the dust or the dirt or whatever. Again, if you have the opportunity to wash your car properly, do it. But this is an emergency shine. That's why I call it Spit. Back in the day, don't do this. They'd spit on their car and wipe it. That's kind of the origin of the name, by the way. You flip this over, see there's dirt right there, little streak. You flip it over, and it's still a little damp, and now you can go in and gently wipe it, and now you'll bring back a little bit of that shine and the protection, that kind of thing. But you don't want to just go in and crush it immediately and wipe it. That's how you're going to get scratches. But we've added so much lubrication here. If you do it properly, you won't have any scratches, and the car will look great. If you have any questions, you guys know where to find me. Larry at AMMONYC.com. As always, thanks for your support. Talk to you guys soon.